Beans, Henry.
Give it the beans.
Hey!
That was a big beans.
Haven't bought a car in a while. And lately, I bought two. It doesn't smell real good in here. It's got some, I don't know what you'd call them, rhinestones. Can you get those off? It's got a broken windscreen. If you can't tell already, it's a Daihatsu Mira. Everything's really small in here. Even a little guy like me feels a bit cramped. Got a tape deck. Don't know if that might be the original one. Check the tape. Doesn't work. It's got 3 pedals, 1 gear shift. That's good. Back seat's missing. It's meant to have a back seat. It's not a handy. It's a Mira. Mira J. Let's go check out the power plant. I picked it up yesterday, but I've already had a little play with it. Cleaned up a few things. Found out it's got a dead spark plug. So, the rest of it seems pretty good. Kilometres say 150,000. I'm going to have to say that's true. It was used as a bush basher. Paddock basher, I should say. Someone got it for the kids to learn how to drive. We went out to the bush and picked it up out in the scrub. So it's a little bit beat up, but it's got no rust in it. There it is. Hang on, let me put this little thing up. For my arm, not my head, because head can't go over there. So yeah, there it is. I did give this a little bit of a wash in here earlier. 3-cylinder. Put some AU leads on there. I was trying to fault find. So like I said, AU Series 3 leads just to get it to run. The leads, I tried to pull them off to check the plugs and they broke. Thought it was an injector, so I took it out, cleaned the crap out of the basket on this injector, and it started to work. And then about 2 seconds after that, a spark plug stopped making spark. So I pulled them out and checked them, and one of those spark plugs, the middle one now, doesn't have any spark. Runs better with the middle one not working, so I'll put it in the middle for now until we get some spark plugs. Someone's already done a Z200 fuel filter mod there. But other than that, in the engine bay, it's all original. Came with a brand new battery, which is a good score. This is literally the cheapest Daihatsu Mira I could find. It has got some previous damage here, but I'll sort that out. Had a big dent here, I just popped it out. It's going to go for the ratty look. Get rid of these stickers, get rid of that tint, get some new tyres. Mira J, all day. How long are these bolts? Whew. Let's take this off because it's actually holding the kit panel in, which is holding the carpet in. I don't know what you call this. It's like a glove box, but without a glove box lid. You should just call it a shelf, like IKEA. Look at that radio. Got tape in there. I wonder what's in there. Well, we got all that sorted. Another victim. Well, that's 2. How many more bodies are in here?
Look, my mouse skeleton. Wow.
How is he living in there?
Yeah, right there.
Yuck, don't touch it, it's disgusting. Dead maggots in there too.
There must have caught some maggots.
Oh, found it in the bush mirror. This thing's pretty gross, to be honest. the farm mirror. You can tell it's been a paddock basher for all of its 150,000 kilometres. I doubt that, but I think we're going to put the carpet back in. Let's see how good this paint comes up on the floor. See if it cleans up, get rid of all this plastic, see if we can find any more mice. So yeah, the plan is to give this a good clean, high pressure water hose, get it back to all nice and factory looking, nice and clean. I think the carpet's cactus, you don't really need the carpet I suppose. Hood lining, it's pretty cactus. Windscreen. We're gonna get this thing cleaned out, all this dust and dirt and all these dead animals. So let's get to it. Well, I don't know what this is. Some kind of glue, I hope. Just cleaning the mirror seats. Got to this. I'll try and heat it up with a heat gun. So I can't see what it is. It's glue, it'll melt, I guess. Well, the heat gun softened it up, but it didn't take it off. So I managed to get that big piece off. Scratch some of this off, but it's soft, but it's not soft enough. Plan B. Alright, so started to take the dash out. Still smells like rats. Plus there's heaps of dirt up there. Cluster needed to clean, all this is going to be cleaned. That's a real Toyota thing to do, isn't it? Well, it wasn't that hard. It was literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably 7 bolts holding the actual dash paneling, the cover, whatever you want to call it. Dash pad, dash, whatever. So yeah, you can see, obviously it's a bit smelly because half the farm is still in it. So I'm going to clean this up as best I can. I'm going to pull the heat box out together and give it a clean out. Some questionable crap came out of it. This stuff doesn't smell so good. I don't think I need that. It's a pretty clean body, but I don't know how bad mirrors are for rust, but this thing just, it's not bad at all. Doesn't fit.
Yeah,
You got to put it underneath and pull up. Henry's isn't working either.
I can't have the pliers.
Don't cut your fingers off.
Yeah, my in. Daddy, what about my better one? Daddy, my better one. Daddy, show me know when we are done.
Yeah, that's. You can have a turn after.
Chicky can have the first turn.
Oh, good job.
I can do the washing.
All right.
They can have it's stuff. It's just pretty. Oh, bye, Granny.
Well, it's a bit hard to see. Because the sun decided to come out. But I've got the dash back in, all the ECU and everything, all the wiring, cleaned everything up to this steering column. For whatever reason on the Mira, on the Daihatsu, they decided it was a good idea that this thing, the combination switch, your indicator, stalk, whatever you want to call it, this thing here anyway, it's not supported by anything. It's literally just held in by a plastic panel. Just rests in there like a little cradle. The problem with that is it's broken. So there's literally nothing to hold onto it, which is why it was moving around heaps when I was driving it before we pull it apart. So I think I've got a way to dodge this up. See if I've got some long, small threaded bolts to go through. They line up with this one here for some reason, and this one over here, and I don't know what that reason is, because I don't think that's how it was originally put together, but maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was. It's too much of a coincidence, right? So what I'm going to do is, because the locators are broken off, it would have looked like that. Now it looks like that. So I'm going to drill it out, put some nuts and bolts through there and see how we go. Let's see if I can find what I need. Well, it actually worked pretty good, but fixing that problem has brought its own problem, which is this part needs to go on first, the top. I don't really want to have to try and jam my fingers in there from the back, so see if there's another solution here. If you didn't work it out already, I'll drop the column. So 3 bolts. This car's very basic, it's very cool actually. It's good to be working on something that's not just ridiculously overcomplicated for no reason. So drop the bolts, got it back in, and there it is. All as good as it's going to get anyway. Cool things. It's a bit stuffed, but it'll have to do until I get a new one, I guess. We'll find a parts car. Jeez, that sun's bad. So it looks like I might have found some wheels for the Mira. I'm just going to tell the kids and the wife that we're going to the coast for a swim, but really we're going to pick up some wheels. Alright, so I'm back. Got the wheels, took the kids for a swim. That's them. Took the ruler, as I said, exactly what they were advertised as. In inches, they got like a 5-inch backspace, 1 inch out the front there, which makes them sit pretty spot on really. So they've been re-drilled to 4x110, which is the Mira L200 stud pattern. There is one issue though, and that is that the only 2 of them have that center ball. I think they've been machined out. The other 2 have a much smaller center ball. I should give you a look. So if you have a look at that center ball, it's about the same size as the Mira. I did have to clean the hub up, so I kind of wanted to go on, but the hub on the Mira, the finish of it was pretty rough. So it was kind of stopping the wheel from going, so I cleaned up it with a die grinder, smoothed it out, and they went on. Everything's pretty good. Gave it a spin, it's all located nice. I don't know what these wheels are off. I originally thought maybe the MX-5 Mazda kind of look like that, but I think they're just Enki wheels. Like this one I think is brand new. That doesn't look like it's been fitted to anything, even though it's a bit beat up. So yeah, this one's got a much smaller bore. See, the one behind it's been taken out to this casting line just here, and that is a lot closer to the Mira hub. Got some smaller tyres too. I just picked up these second-hand 155/65 14s, so they should stretch a little bit because they are a bit narrower, so they should be hopefully a bit lower profile than the ones that are on it now. I got 4 of those. They said 50% tread, but it's a bit more than that. But they're just second handies. Check for clearances and stuff and see how they go. You can see what I had to do there to get the wheel to go on. I just had to clean that right up. It really wasn't machined very straight. It had lots of uneven bits on it, so I just gave it a quick diagram to clean it up so that the wheel sort of just slipped on rather than getting stuck on all the uneven bits. They were both like that. I don't know whether wheels come loose at some stage and just worn away, or whether it was just originally a factory problem. But yeah, I'm going to put the stock wheel on for now, and I'm going to use this one to work out the back. There's those 8 kg springs. You can see they fit. They're just coilover springs. They fit perfectly, top and bottom. I'll probably run those maybe a bit lighter, maybe 6 kg. But you can see the shockies definitely haven't lasted since they were new in 1994. That mounts up there. I'll just put down so the arm can drop all the way down. So let me get something under the chassis here. Thumb stop's pretty creative. A little bit of extension welded on there. So my kind of fab work. And drill that hole bigger. That way the bolt can come through this. Goes on there. This goes on there. And we've got adjustable height at least. And then the spring will sit on the spring perch. Probably without that rubber though. Anyway, we'll put an insulator on there. We'll get rid of that rubber and put a flat insulator on there. I took it off the other side. It does come off, I think. There we go. It's a bit too chunky. Just a farm grit in there. Alright, we'll drill the hole out. There's the old stick bit. Okay, so this is the rear. I had to do a similar thing to the front with the die grinder. It's got some weird taper from the factory. It measures really close, but then, yeah, it's just the factory wheels. I think you can see actually on the factory wheel. You can see it only sits on a certain part of that, and the rest it doesn't touch. So I guess it was just enough that even though the alloy wheel has a taper, it still wouldn't go all the way on. Anyway, it goes on now. Another thing I need to look at is these wheel nuts. I probably need to get smaller hex. They're 21mm, so I'll have to find out what the thread and the stud is. Hopefully it's the same as a Civic or an RX-7, and then I've got the smaller size wheel nuts for that, 19, which will give me a bit more clearance in those slotted holes. You can see how they slotted them. Slot them and then put an insert in. From here it looks like it skipped leg day, just on one leg. That's the rear. Once I get that smaller tyre on there, I think we should be pretty good. Those rear springs up here shouldn't be that stiff. They were coil binding and they were pretty soft in the BMW back at E36, so see how they go. I reckon that looks pretty good. The fitment is it's pretty tight. It's pretty good. It's perfect. A little bit of camber, smaller tyre, we're good. Should be apples. Yeah, it looks pretty funny from the back. Does look like it's skipped leg day.